Monday, July 10th, new week, new video, all that fun stuff. No TTMs today, unfortunately, but I got a bunch of other stuff doing to help with TTMing at least, so we'll go ahead and show a few of those off. This one's from Kirkland, Washington, picked it up on eBay. And, yeah, you'll see, got a bunch too that I've got addressed and just need to send out of them because I've been waiting on the postage to get here. And, wow, this is packaged up pretty well here. Let's see here. Wow, it's actually like, looks like shrink wrapped on it there, which is pretty impressive. But yeah, went and searched for some stamps so I could send internationally. My Korean ones came in last week, so I've got those ready to go. And these ones are going to be, there we go, let's get into this. Japanese stamps, which in this case are Pokemon card stamps. So there you go, found those. We'll be sending out probably, I think I've got like maybe 8 Japanese requests here that I'd like to send out, so we'll get those out into the mail here this week at some point. Hope for the best on those. Let's see, this one comes from an eBay seller in Hidalgo, Texas. And, well, we've got Japan, we've got Korea. Now we'll throw some Mexico in on there as well, and so, yeah, those are in the envelope here, so I'll just show you the envelope that they're inside right there, but that should be enough to send out. I've got, I think, 4 that I was going to send out, maybe 5. I don't remember how many it was now. But either way, I have enough postage to send out all my ones that I need to send off to Mexico. So super happy to get those in. There we go. Let's get the, try to get the tape off of here. There we go. Easily there. Perfect. Good. So got the Japanese stamps. We have the Mexican stamps. I've got my Korean ones that are ready to go already. So yeah, hopefully we'll have a minor international bonanza here pretty soon. I'm not really counting on it, but we'll at least try it, see what happens. One purchase of an autograph here from eBay. This is from Evan Stachnik out of Wisconsin. And this is going to be some help for one of my sets. I'm not sure if this is going to be for the Heritage Miners or the regular Heritage set, but I picked up one from each from different sellers, and this one is the one for... Okay, this is going to be for the regular set. Midtown Graphs 15 is this guy's name on eBay and everywhere else. Looks like I even put in a certificate of authenticity with it. And this is going to be Hunter Dozier. Glad to get that one because, I mean, he just got released by the Royals, and so it's like, okay, well, where is he going to end up? I don't know, but got a set card I need on him. I've got a duel that I'd like to complete that he's on, so now I'm down just needing that duel completed. So, yeah, nice pickup here. Got a pretty good price on it. I think it was like $5 or something like that, and then actually $1 for shipping, so not bad. And came with a gigantic certificate of authenticity, which, yeah, I don't really have a huge need for that, I don't think. But, yeah, so there you go. Good stuff. Got some stuff from Sport Lots here. I'm not going to bore you with all that. I'm hopefully going to get that signed when Kansas City, the Kansas City Monarchs come to town. But there we go, in a couple of weeks. I think it's going to be 2 weekends from now that they'll be in. So, yeah, going to go for them, get this stuff signed, and I'll show it off once that happens. So, there you go. Hopefully I have some TTMs coming in this week to talk about after this. It's Tuesday the 11th. I finally have a couple of legit TTMs that have come in today. So, the skid is over, like a week and a half plus of no mail. So, maybe even more than that. I don't know. It's been a while. Yeah, about a week and a half now. So, let's take a look at these ones now. First up, let's see here. Let's go with the Canadian one first. KH, the initials on this one. This guy who's on Hockey Night in Canada, I think. He at least works with one of the TV stations. CBC, maybe? I forget which one, but you'll know as soon as I say the name here. And I mean, if you know that he's on TV and he's a former NHL player and he's in Canada, his initials are KH, you probably have figured it out by now. This is going to be Kelly Hrudey that we have in here. Wrapped the letter around for some extra protection. See if he wrote anything there on it. And there, Drew, thanks for all the kind words. In friendship, Kelly Hrudey. Yay, cool stuff. And he signed all 4 cards I sent. We'll show you these 2 because there's a set card and one that just looks cool. So there you go. Another set hit right there for the 88-89 top set. Very happy to land that one. Always cool to get a short note back there as well. So moving right along here, we've got RS, postmarked from somewhere. I mean, if you can read that, good on you. That's something South Carolina, I think. So I think that this is going to be, what's his name? Rodney Scott, if I remember right. So he actually is in the, what do you call it? The Allen Ginter sets. And he is a barbecue chef. Owns a restaurant or 2 down there and has big in Whole Hog Barbecue. I think Whole Hog is actually the name of his restaurant there as well. And let's see, it looks like he signed all 4 cards I sent. He did indeed. I'll show you one of each. There's the mini and the larger one both. Sent 2 of each of those, 2 for me, 2 for Chris. So 2 for me, and I'll leave 2 for Chris here as well. So he's going to be picking up some stuff here later. And so there you go. Good stuff, fun stuff. Got all those in, and very happy to receive those. So there you go. Finally, the streak or the skid, the schneid, whatever you want to call it, is over. Got a couple TTMs today, and feeling much better now after that. So hope there's a few more to follow up after that here throughout this week. And if not, well, I'm going to be trying to do some in-person graphing with the Guardians and the Rangers later on this week. Steven Kwan to the plate here for the Guardians. We're in the bottom or the top of the 7th inning. Rangers got 1 in the bottom of the 6th. As Kwan takes first pitch, ball. 4-3 our score right now. Guardians still on top. Looking to add to that here. The pitch hit up the middle for a base hit. Into center field. So since that at bat was only 2 pitches, we'll keep it right here for one more.
The shortstop, number 1, Ahmed Rosario.
Brock Burke on the mound in relief here for the Rangers, as Ahmed Rosario will step to the plate for the Guardians. 1 on, 1 out. Burke, a lefty on the mound here. Rosario, the righty. Burke comes set. Quick check of the runner at first. The pitch. Hit high in the air. Toward left. Or excuse me, toward right. Garcia's under it, makes the catch. And there's 2 away. So there you go. We have a different view out here from the highest point in the ballpark out here in center field.
Third baseman, number 11, Jose Ramirez.
You can see right there, the flags are pretty much right in front of us up here. USA, Texas, and Arlington. So there's another cool thing they've got here at Globe Life Field. All right, I'm in the car on the way to drop some stuff off at the post office, run a few errands. There we go. Get that braced a little bit better because I'm having to hold this. I don't have a holder thingy in this car. So anyways, got 1 in the mail. I've already opened it, but did not look inside yet just to make sure of, I mean, we're operating one-handed here. So I figured, let's open it up first and deal with it that way. Did not look inside though, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Ron Hextall because it says RH on here. It's postmarked from West Palm Beach, Florida, though I sent to an address in Pennsylvania. He's no longer with the Penguins or the Flyers now, but yeah, figured maybe he still lived there or something, because I mean the address seemed to pan out. But yeah, let's see what we got here. Sent 2 cards. He signed both, just the one. Okay, but still he signed the preferred one, which is the 88-89 Topps card. So, yay for that. I'm now at officially 25% of this set done. Not bad considering I just started, back like March was it, I think? Somewhere around March or so. So, yeah. 25%, all TTM with a couple that I gotten before and stuff, but I think maybe 1 or 2 trades as well. But yeah, it's coming along, so pretty happy to get that one. Yeah, that's the end of the week. I'm not doing the Guardians and Rangers at all the rest of this because I got nothing yesterday, and they're probably not going to be taking BP either of these 2 days. So yeah, why bother? I have 1 reliever that I need on the team. Not that desperate for him. I think I'm done with all the pitchers except I've got like got a couple for Bieber, but he just had an MRI and probably isn't even traveling with the team right now. Who else was there? Savali, I have a team set card that I like to get him on, but I'm not that desperate for him. And yeah, that's really about it. So, yeah, that's it for the week. Sportscardforum.com, sportscollectors.net, best sites for addresses. Go and check those out. And, of course, tune into the TTM Cast podcast where I go full Ken Carman this week on the Guardians bullpen. We'll see ya. All right, it's Tuesday the 18th. Just going to roll these 2 weeks into one. I think it's going to be a little bit easier because the weekend sucked. I had such high expectations for the Rangers and Guardians. I'd done well with the Guardians before out there, and yeah, got nothing. Didn't even bother going to the Saturday and Sunday games because the Tribe bullpen was just so crappy on Friday, and then yeah, they blew it again on Sunday too. So I'm glad I saved my money and went and did other things. But had a few nice things come in though on Monday and today. Started with Monday yesterday. Got a trade in with Drew Odell from a couple Facebook groups, and he's a member of SCN as well, and pulled in both of these. Braden Shumaki, whatever it is, and Edward Cabrera. So 2 nice pickups right there for my Heritage Miners set. A little in-person graphing today. The Rangers every so often will do signings at a Whataburger branch, and today they had Robbie Grossman out there. So Chris and I went down to that one. It was supposed to start at 10:15. We got there a little before 10, and they started up right at 10. So they actually had it really well organized out there. They had kind of area in the parking lot roped off where they had, a line kind of snaking through it. Worked really well for it, and yeah, for once the Rangers didn't screw something up when it came to a player appearance. And so they're saying, oh yeah, one autograph per person, all that, and they had two handlers next to them. I'm thinking, well, crap, I've got two set cards I need out of Grossman here. Probably just gonna have to pick one and hope for the best. So I stacked the two that I needed and just put one right on top of the other like this, basically. And Grossman took it, separated them, signed both of them, and even added in a signed promo photo there. Handlers didn't try to stop him or anything like that. So yeah, good on that. There's the two set cards right there. And yeah, so 4 set hits right there, plus the little extra right here. So cool on that. And I've got a TTM in today. This one is from MH, San Diego, California. And this should be another set hit right here. This is one that I mailed out to Mike Haynes, Football Hall of Famer, I believe. I know he's at least in the 91 Pro Set art cards, and I had one ready to go to him, but he had stopped signing, so I'm like, we'll hold off, and I saw he'd picked it back up again, so I mailed it off, and that is absolutely perfect. Look at that. I think it was a $10 fee. It was either $5 or $10. Whatever it says on SCN, there's what I sent. And yeah, I got that back. And so crawling closer to 50% completion on those Pro Set art cards. I think I'm maybe 1 or 2 away from hitting the 50% mark, which is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I've got a couple others that are out there that hopefully will come back. I know Marion Butts is one that I mailed out. I tried Pepper Johnson through his home address. We'll see if that works out. And I'm trying to think. Dan Hampton was a long shot. I sent him out. I sent Rod Woodson long shot there too. But you know what? We'll see. Why not? What's the worst that's going to happen? I won't get them back. Fine. I go get the cards for a quarter off Sport Lots then. So there you go. Good stuff. Got some in-person stuff going on this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Going to do Saturday down in Cleburne, Sunday up in Frisco, and hopefully I'll have some TTMs that come in between. All right, Saturday the 22nd. I have not had much mail this week after that Mike Haynes one. The good news is, though, today I'm doing some in-person graphing later on out in Cleburne, and I got 2 TTMs. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. First one, postmark from Fresno, California. The initials on this one are BO, and this is going to be in addition to the 1972 top set, which is a phrase I have not said in a while. So I'm starting to run out of guys who sign for free and sign at all even. So when I saw this guy was signing for free and actually signing again after not signing for a long time, I figured, all right, let's get this one out. And so Bob O'Brien did indeed add his signature to my card here. Wow, he not really sure what happened. Okay, he kind of signed it a little bit over Charlie Huff's signature. That's what it was. So there you go. See, he signed in the middle. Huff's signature went quite a ways across there, and he just kind of went right up through it. So, not great, but hey, I will take it there at least. So, yeah. All right, I guess that's decent. So, yeah. Not sure what happened there, but yeah, hey, it's signed by both of them now at least, so I got that going for me. And Mike Strawler unfortunately died in 2016, so I won't be able to finish this one off, but I got 2 out of 3. I'll take that. Having to take that on a lot of these triples and quads and duals and all that from the 72 set. Anyways, moving on. This one, postmark from Tampa, Florida, Mr. WB. You probably know who that is. That is Wade Boggs. Finishing off a dual right here. $10 fee to get him. But I had the 88 Topps card of him and Spike Owen, signed by Owen. So I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and mail that off. And Wade with a nice signature. Oh, put it perfectly. I mean, look at that. Look at it upright. It's like that. Turn it sideways. Both placed perfectly. That's so well done right there. So very happy to add this one in to finish off the duel right there. Yeah. Good stuff. Not a set hit necessarily, but, kind of a project hit, I guess you could kind of say. So, anyways, after this, we're going to have some in-person graphing. We've got Cleburne Railroaders playing at home against the Kansas City Monarchs. Going for the Monarchs there. Biggest player that I'm looking for down there is going to be Micker Adolfo. I need him for my Heritage set there. So, hopefully we'll come away with those. One for me, one for John. We'll let you know, though, after the game what happens. Have some play-by-play coming up here as well, I'm sure. Probably have that right after this. Chris Herman to the plate here for the Kansas City Monarchs. They lead 1-0 here against the Cleburne Railroaders. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. Herman 1 for 1. He has the only hit so far in this game for these two teams. He's got a runner at first right now who takes off running. Pitch is outside. Throw down to second is way off target. So a stolen base there for Odubel Herrera, the former Philadelphia Philly. So runner at second and a 1-0 count here for Chris Herman. Herman currently leading the league in RBIs, tied for second in home runs, and third in batting average. Currently hitting .349 with 16 homers and 61 RBIs. Right now he's got a runner at second, golden opportunity to add to that total. And taking off for third is Herrera. The throw down there is late, and he holds the bag. So back-to-back stolen bases for Odubel Herrera. And quickly a 2-0 count on Herman as well. Herman, an all-star this year here in the American Association, also got into the home run contest. Native of Tomball, Texas. Out on the mound, Perry comes set. Quick check of the runner. And delivers curveball outside, and it's quickly 3-0 here on Chris Herman. And they're going to go ahead and issue the free pass to him, put runners at the corners. We'll keep it right here and give you another at-bat here. Several former major leaguers on this Kansas City Monarchs roster. You mentioned
first baseman Brian Grady.
Heard us mention Odubel Herrera, their third base, the former Philly. Herman, former Arizona Diamondback, and now we've got Brian O'Grady stepping to the plate, former member of the San Diego Padres and the Tampa Bay Rays. Set the pitch, little tapper foul, first base side, 0-1. Perry with some control problems here early on. He's already walked 3 plus the intentional pass there to Herman, so 4 put on base via the base on balls, including both runners that are on here at the corners. 0-1 pitch to O'Grady, low and inside. Count goes 1-1. Infield playing double play depth here for O'Grady. The set and the pitch. And grounded toward the first baseman, steps on the bag for 1. Throw down to second, will get him into a rundown here. Runner able to score before they... Did they tag him? No, they missed the tag, I think. And they'll go ahead and call him out now. So double play is turned, but I believe that run, and yes, indeed, the run does score on that. So it's a 3-4, 6-4 double play, but the run does score on it. So 2-0 as it stands here at the end of, in the middle of the third inning. All right, it's Monday morning. It was too late when I got back Sunday, both Saturday night and Sunday night, for me to go and record any video of what I was able to do with the Cleveland Railroaders, who you just had the play-by-play from just a moment ago, and the Frisco Rough Riders game as well on Sunday, which I did not get any play-by-play of, but whatever. Anyways, that's what I was able to get signed at the 2 games combined, so very happy with the turnout there. So give you a quick recap of how it all went. Starting out, I got there right at 6 o'clock for a 7 o'clock game out in Cleburne, and as I was going in, I actually got in a little bit early. They had gates open a bit early. For some reason, they didn't even have a ticket taker. I could have just walked right the freak in there, and nobody would have noticed. So, but yeah, got my ticket, went in, nobody was there to take it, whatever, just kept on going, and yeah. So, as I was doing that, they were actually just finishing up batting practice, so you had a few players out on the field there from Cleburne, and then at the other end, on the Kansas City side, was guys that were kind of doing some stuff out in the outfield and out in the bullpen there, and as I was waiting around, Brandon Finnegan was one of the ones to come back, and, you know, he's a Dallas area native, I think. I was somewhere in Texas. I know he went to, like, what was it, TCU, I think, but yeah, he was born in Fort Worth, so right near Cleburne. So he had some family there, and he was stopping to talk to them, and when he got done with that, he came over and signed for me, and, excuse me, did all the cards I had. Let me see, we'll find that one. Looks pretty good right there. So, there you go, did all the cards I had. Very happy to get him, because I really did not see him the rest of the night at all. He came out super late. He just started the previous night's game, so he really had, like, no reason to be out there except, you know, support the team and everything. So he didn't come out there until, like, the second inning, and he was pretty quick to leave there at the end. So never saw him sign any other time, so glad to have gotten him right then. After that, waiting around, we got Chris Herman to come through. He signed... Oh, wait, no, it was Jacob Robson came first. Jacob Robson signed... I only had the one card of him here, but did that one for me, so... Very happy to get him. Kansas City has a lot of guys with cards and former major leaguers on their roster, so pretty cool there to get some of these guys. I saw Brian O'Grady come out next. I wasn't able to get him, though, before he went out to take fielding, or not even fielding, just to go out and throw around and loosen up. But I did get Chris Herman, at least, who signed 2 cards. There's one. The other one went to Chris already, so very happy to land that one. He was actually in the home run contest for the American Association and almost didn't get there in time because the airline screwed up his baggage, so fun times there. Eventually, after O'Grady did his throwing and everything, he came over and was cool as all hell and signed everything I had. So I had 3 cards of him there, but there's one. Let's see here. That was all that I got pregame. I didn't see a lot of guys. The only one that I saw that didn't sign at the time were Patrick Weigel and Odubel Herrera. So, yeah, I waited and I figured, okay, well, we'll try to get them after the game, and hopefully we'll see, like, Mike Rodolfo and all those guys, too. And fortunately, I did see them, Adolfo and John Hernandez and somebody else. Oh, Cody Deason all came out really late, like second and third inning there when Finnegan did. Fortunately, post-game, I was able to get Adolfo. That is a set need right there, so very happy to get that one. He signed 2 cards for me. By the way, I thought his name, because, I mean, you look at the name there, I thought his name was Micker. It is Miker. So, he gets very, very picky about that. He definitely corrected me when I said that. So, Miker Adolfo is the name there. So, if you ever get him, get the name right. Don't be like me. Look it up first, and you heard it here at least. So, there you go. Yeah, but a set hit right there. Very happy to, excuse me, to land that one. Moving on, we'll go on to, oh yeah, post-game we got big leagued again by Weigel and Herrera. Both just kept walking, didn't say a thing, didn't even look at us. And yeah, I mean, never, I didn't see Hernandez or Deason. Hernandez came out, he wasn't in uniform at all. But then I didn't see him go back in at any point. And then Deason just, yeah, he ended up slipping by me again. So, oh well, I got the big one I needed. That was the main reason why I was going for Kansas City and got it. So, pretty happy there. So, let's move on to Saturday out in Frisco. Start out by going out to the batting cage where 3 of their players were out there taking some cuts. It was Corey Howell. This was for San Antonio, I should say, just to clarify. But it was, yeah, Daniel Johnson, Corey Howell, and Chandler Siegel all taking cuts at the cage. And out of those guys, I only had stuff for Daniel Johnson, but he did sign all 3 cards that I had. Fun thing with Johnson, if you have 3 cards, he will sign 3 cards. If you have 2, he'll sign 2. If you have 1, he'll sign 1. If you have 4 cards with you, he will sign 2. If you have more than 4 with you, he will sign 1. So only take 3. Don't get crazy on him because he won't do it. So, but fortunately, he signed all 3. There's 1 right there. Former Cleveland Indian and Guardian, so very happy to be able to get him. I already got him on the set card last time he came through, so got what I needed there. So inside, oh man, this is one of my pen troubles showed themselves. So before the game, they almost always have one player signing up at a season ticket information tent there on the concourse. So usually I swing by, see who it is. I was thinking there's no way it's going to be anybody that I need, and this time, well, I was way wrong on that. Luis Angel Acuna was the signer for this one, so yeah, super happy to get him. Unfortunately, well, you'll see what happened with my pen here. I prepped the hell out of these cards and everything. Turned out okay on that Bowman one, still, bubbled a little bit. Turned out less good on this Bowman one, still there but bubbled a bit. And this Chrome looks like festering ass, unfortunately, so yeah, and what sucks is, I mean, these are those, the Statler medium tip, Statler Lumicolor medium tip pens. They have been great for so long, and it was right around 2015 or so. Either the card companies did something to the paper, or Lumicolor did something to their ink, Statler, whatever their brand name is. I think it's Statler's the parent company. But they either changed something in the ink, or the card companies changed something in the paper, and now you have to prep the hell out of every card just like you would by using a regular Sharpie. So I was told of a different kind of pen to try out. I'm going to see if I can find it here soon, and yeah, see if I can grab a couple, and we'll see how they do, and we'll let you know the results. So after that, I went over to the San Diego side, and the great thing with this was getting Johnson out there. It only left me with 1 player and a couple of pitchers I really needed to try to get. That pitcher, or that player, was Jackson Merrill. I had 2 cards of him, and I had heard that on Thursday during the last week he had signed pregame and postgame both. Friday and Saturday he said, yeah, I'll do you after, and he did it afterwards. So I didn't have super high hopes, but he was DHing yesterday, so asked him, and yeah, he came over and signed, and so there you go. Hopefully there we go. Get a little tilt on it there to get the ink to show better. We signed that Prism one. He will not sign his 2021 Bowman, first Bowman card. I think it's 21, it might be 22, but either way, his first Bowman card, he will not sign it. I think, if I remember right, he's not pictured on it. So if you have that one, you're not getting it signed. So yeah, there you go. I mean, I even asked him, I said, would you personalize it? Like, nope, won't sign it. So, oh well. Went up toward the bullpen and got Kevin Kopps up there. He's been great ever since he came up. He is signing everything. There we go. Get a little tilt on there. But yeah, very happy to add that one, or add a few from him. He will sit there and sign everything that you have for you. And there's even a story of, like, after they got bounced in, I think it was NCAA Super Regional, he literally stayed around for 2 hours after the game, signing for everybody, hanging out, taking pictures, whatever. He's always been great about it, and hopefully always will be. Let's see, I had some stuff for Daniel Camarena. I wasn't able to identify him last time. This time we were like, okay, that's got to be him right there, and we were correct on that. So he signed 2 cards that I had of him. There's one. He's only in those USA sets, but still, that's more than some of these guys have. So that was it for the pregame, and so, I mean, the only one that I didn't get that I had stuff for, was Jackson Wolf, and I mean, he got called up to start in San Diego on Saturday, then sent back down to San Antonio Sunday morning, and so it's like, he's probably not even going to be there. He's going to, probably report right to San Antonio or wherever they're going on the road next, whichever one it may be, and yeah, never saw him, so I'm assuming that is exactly what happened, but I might try TTMing him. I don't know, I got a whole bunch of cards here for him, so we'll see. Anyways, went over to the Frisco side afterward. Went to the bullpen, and Nick Starr, for the second time in a row, has completely ignored me when I've tried to get him to sign. But fortunately, I did get Justin Slayton on my custom. I'm pretty much done with him. I've gotten so many of his Bowman cards already signed. I don't need any more. So I figured, all right, let's whip up a custom real quick, and got that done. Got Ryan Garcia up there by the pen as well. Right there. A little bit of a surprise. I went down toward the field level. Okay, well, we'll go with this one first, because Hever Bueno was one of the first ones to come off. He had pitched earlier in the game and was first off the field, so I got him on my custom right there as well. And then, yeah, a bit of a surprise. I was hoping to get Thomas Sajaci and didn't get my stuff in time. But Evan Carter was making his way down the line, was actually signing for a lot of people. And Evan Carter's been stricken by deafness every time I have asked him before this trip, and another friend of mine was like, yeah, he is signing, like, kids only, so, yeah, he says, the dude's like, I'm done with this team, yeah, I can't get him, can't get Sajaci, can't get these other guys, so I didn't have high hopes. I put my book down there, and, called out as he went by, and he came over and signed that one. Very happy to get that. I actually already have somebody who wants to trade for that one, who has a 2021 Heritage for me, for my set. So I'll be sending this one off to Drew Odell pretty soon here. He's got the Jared Schuster for me for that set, so yeah, I will gladly trade. I mean, this one, Evan Carter one, it's not for a set I need. I have him for my set that I need, so yeah. Go ahead and knock out another set need right there. After that was Chris Cease, infielder for the team, and I had 4 cards for him, including a custom, and he saw the custom, he's like, oh man, I really like that one. I'm like, hey, just whipped it up last week, and so there you go, got that, and a few of that Bowman card. I actually didn't have the Bowman signed yet. I've gotten a few other Topps issues signed by him over the time, but the reason being that I would look up Chris Cease on Sportlots, and he listed as Christopher Cease on that. And that happens a few times. There was a catcher, Matt Wutley, who's in the Rangers organization, and his Bowman card listed him as Matthew Wutley. So you kind of have to remember that to look it up, because it won't show up any other way. So there you go. Overall, a great weekend across 2 games. Like I said, look at that pile right there that I got done between them. So very happy with those. I don't have anything going on next weekend, fortunately. We have Gary Southshores playing against Cleburne. Gary doesn't have anybody that I need, I don't think, so I'm not going to be bothering to go after them. I'll be going to the Marlins and Rangers game after that on the 5th. Just go with a friend. Don't think I'm going to try to graph it. I'm done trying to graph the Rangers ballpark, I think, unless I might carry stuff with me. I don't know yet. I mean, I've got stuff I need on them, so yeah. I'll probably still carry stuff, but I'm not expecting much. They'll have an alumni sign or two. Find out who it is. And then, yeah, I'll be back in the swing of things after that. I think we've got, I know we have Midland is coming to town that same weekend, and then 2 weeks later, I think it's Tulsa coming in. So, yeah, planning on hitting Tulsa for sure. Not sure if I'll do Midland yet. I might do either the Friday or the Sunday game, and there you go. That's everything. Thanks for tuning in. Check my website, dfwgrapher.com. Listen to the podcast at ttmcast.com. And, of course, media addresses, Sports Card Forum and sportscollectors.net are your 2 best sources for those. We'll see you next week.